Oh, I've cleaned up the bell housing, given that a coat of paint as well. Didn't go mad on the inside, I just got all the dirt off. It's a bit stained in there, but that's fine. I've left the slave on there because I'm going to replace that, but I thought that would just keep the mating face clean. So that's that. I've also cleaned up the starter motor, painted it just for the hell of it because it was off and I had nothing to do. I've got to clean off one of the bolt mounts ready for the earth and also the connectors for the live and the signal. I never forget, we did a Honda conversion in here for a friend. He'd painted up his starter motor and fitted it, and there was no starter motor working. We had to take it off and clean it up. So I will remember that and clean off one of the bolt holes, as I say, for where the earth goes and the live connections. Right, next job. So as you can see, I'm bored waiting for gearboxes, so I'm finding things to paint. Next is the brake drum. Pointless, no one's ever going to see it, but so sitting here scratching me backside, I might as well clean bits up. Right, so the next job I need to do to fill some time while I'm waiting for the gearboxes is rebuild my heater. As you can see, the old matrix wobbles about. I did get some heat out of it in the past, but I think it needs rebuilding, cleaning up, maybe a new matrix in there. You can get aftermarket ones. I'm not sure I've quite got the funds for that, to be fair. So we might get a standard replacement one and try and tidy all this box up. So let's get it apart. This has never been apart before, but looks of it, it's all riveted, unless someone's riveted it back together again. So we've got to set about drilling rivets. Well, we've got a couple of coats of satin black on it. It won't be mint, obviously, because it's not been blasted and smoothed. It's just been grinded back a bit. But at least it's tidied it up a bit. All the bits are done. I've got to now sort out what I'm doing with the matrix. Whether I reuse my one, because technically it is actually all right. It doesn't leak. It looks all right. Just got to be all resealed. Or do we just bite the bullet and buy a new one? I can't quite afford the aftermarket, what they called, begins with A. Yeah, I can't quite afford the aftermarket aluminium ones. So it'll either be a brand new original one, or it'll be that one cleaned up and put in. As I say, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. We were getting heat before, it's just rattling around because there's no seals in it. So I'll investigate that one and have a look. But for now, just let this dry. And there we have it, the gearbox and the transfer box, finally. Quite easy, quite quick to collect. It just took 3 weeks as opposed to 2, but never mind, we've got them. So I suppose we best get it all fitted up. Leave that till tomorrow though. See you in the morning. Right, well, you join me in the workshop on Saturday morning. Today is the day that I'm going to be hopefully sorting the boxes out and getting them in. But I'm also having a little open day. A few of my old friends are coming over for the day. Almost like a cars and coffee thing. They're just sort of turning up, having a cup of tea. Mrs. Driz and her daughter has made us some cake. So, yeah, should be an interesting day. I don't know if I'll end up getting time to put the gearboxes in with loads of people here, but we shall see what happens. It's sold to them as like a tinker day. So I'll clear the workshop, which I have, obviously, and the ramp. And if they need to bring their cars over and do a bit of maintenance or whatever, we can all sort of get together and help out and go from there. The way the world is at the moment, and I don't know if it's just our circle of friends, but everyone else, you all, you know, the way the financial world is, you struggle to get by, and you just don't get time to get out and socialise, or if you need help with anything, you have to pay, or, you know, people have to rent the ramp or whatever. Gone are the days where we all used to get together at someone's house, hang out and turn the spanners on various projects and stuff. It's always, I need to charge for the day to come in. You know, it's people's businesses, like my mate who comes and does the welding. I absolutely understand. He's not going to come here and do it for free. I get that. And I wouldn't expect him to, obviously. He looks after me on the price, so I can't complain at that at all. But what I mean is just the general tinkering days. You just don't have them anymore. Many a weekend was taken up getting together and, you know, turning the spanners on someone's project, or all bringing your cars together and doing your own work, but together as a group. So if you needed help with things, it just doesn't really happen anymore. So I thought, one Saturday a month, I'd open the workshop, make sure it's empty, try and get people in, have a bit of a laugh, help each other out. If someone's got a job that needs 2 people, we're all in one place, you know. I don't know. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. But I thought it'd be fun. Try and do it once a month, as I say, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. So I've opened my doors. I'm waiting for people to turn up. I might have a little fun with them when they arrive for YouTube. I'm sure you'll understand when you see it. Whether that'll work, I don't know. So, yeah, I will get some filming in of what we're doing, but I'm wondering whether it was just going to be sitting down, having a cup of tea, a bit of cake and chatting and not actually doing anything, but we'll see. Right, let's move on.
Am I actually the first guy here?
Sick ride, bruv. What do you do for a living to afford that?
I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah. What do you do on YouTube?
I unwrap Kinder eggs for children.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do with the toy egg things?
Well,
the yellow bit.
I've picked them all up, and I've got a big following of children.
Yeah.
And then every month I select one lucky child, and they get a big present.
You don't fill them with drugs and stick them up your bum then?
I've got to be careful what I say, because I know this is going to end up on YouTube.
It will. Cheers, bruv. Sick ride, bruv. What do you do for a living?
Not a lot.
How have you afforded a car like this then?
Blagged it.
Nice. Sick car, bruv. What do you do for a living to afford this piece?
Fuck all.
You don't do anything for a living? You don't shave either, by the looks of it?
Yeah, I did earlier.
Ah.
Brushed it up a little bit, you know.
Cool car, mate. Sick car, bruv. What do you do for a living to be able to afford it?
Not a lot.
Everyone said that. Why is everyone saying not a lot? Sick ride, bruv. What do you do for a living to afford that?
Prostitute.
You're a prostitute?
Yeah.
Are you not? Does that not make you a gigolo?
No.
No?
No.
There's differences there?
I'm trans.
Ah, sick.
Hello.
Sick car, bruv. What do you do for a living to be able to afford that?
Go on the dole.
Oh. So the gearbox and transfer box are in on their mounts. I'm just supporting the front with this so it's not resting on the rubber bushes or causing any stress to them. So it's just hanging on there for the moment. It doesn't actually need it, but just to aid the rubber bushing. So yeah, that's all in. So next is to get the engine in. So Obviously, as I said, you've seen today, we've had loads of people here joining us, and some that I didn't get to get on camera, but yeah, I got this in between chatting and eating cake and whatever have you. So next week, because it's now Saturday, next week I can get the engine in and offer it up, ready to sort the mounts out. So I'll come back after the weekend. Right, well, it's in. Obviously you saw me getting it onto the gearbox. We've got a couple of bolts in, 2 at the top, 1 at either side, the long ones that go through the bottom down there. So that's well and truly on. I've got the front pulley just resting on an axle stand at the minute because we need to sort out the mounts. Now I'm hoping I'll be able to leave the 300 mounts in situ and maybe use the holes in the chassis on this side that would be for a left-hand drive steering box and to make a bolt-on mount. So I haven't got to cut into the chassis because obviously it is galvanised. I would be prepared to if we need to, and then obviously use some zinc paint, but if we can make a bolt-on mount to the chassis, that would be preferential. Now obviously I've got room this side because, as I say, left-hand drive steering box. Haven't quite got that this side, although I'm sure we should be able to fabricate something. And that way, if worst did come to worst, I could still always take the TD5 out and go back to 300 because the mounts are there. So, yeah, now it's a matter of wiring and working out what does what. I've got to obviously sort my looms out that I've started stripping down. I need to tape off the bits that I've cut just to make sure there's nothing live going anywhere and to ensure that we don't short anything out. And obviously I still don't know if the loom's going to work, so it's going to be a bit of a test bed. But first of all, really need to sort these mounts out, but I think it's going to be a few days before I can get Mikey to come and sort them out. So hopefully it'll be all right there for now, and I can start sorting out routing and cabling and just try and, you know, get things bolted in and connected up and whatever have you. Obviously I can't do any of the ancillaries type stuff because it's all got to be done once the wings and that go back on, but I'd like to at least get it running in situ when the mounts are done before the wings go on, so we can see if anything else needs doing. Obviously I can stand the rad on the front panel, etc. So right, I think it's just a matter of time. It's going to take quite a while just to start pottering around and going through bits and pieces. So I will make a start.